Now, speaking of hotly anticipated properties, the Batman 2. It's going to be shooting a little bit later this year. It's finally coming. But one question that has been lingering in the air has been, is Andy Serkis going to return as Alfred? He was a great Alfred in the first one. Loved him as Alfred in the first one. But he's a little bit busy because he's got this little film that he's directing for Peter Jackson. A Lord of the Rings film of some kind. The Hunt for Gollum. Yeah, little thing, directing a movie. It's very, very time consuming. And him and Peter Jackson have been working hard on it and all that kind of stuff. And so there's been a lot of questions about whether or not we'd even be able to see Andy Serkis come back and return as Alfred. Well, according to this new report in Deadline, it's now official. Andy Serkis is returning as Alfred in DC's The Batman 2. There's a good picture of him there. I love this guy. Here's, we've confirmed that Andy Serkis will reprise his role as Alfred Pennyworth, Bruce Wayne's butler, in Matt Reeves' follow-up, The Batman 2, which commences shooting in June. Essentially, what required solving was reconciling Serkis's production days on DC Studios' The Batman 2 with that of his next New Line film he's prepping, Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum, due out on December 17th, 2027. Looks like he's going to make both work. Serkis had been doing press tour for Angel Studios' animated movie Animal Farm, which he directed. Collider got him first and asked him whether Batman 2 was in the cards. Who the man who played Smeagol telling the outlet, "I'm pretty certain it's all going to work out. Yeah, we're working on it, but I think it's looking good." Per Screen Rant, Serkis said he won't be joining them immediately, with them being Batman 2, but by the end of the year, I will be. So it sounds like it's going to be one of those situations where on a break he's got from shooting Hunt for Gollum or prepping for Hunt for Gollum, he'll probably fly out to set quick, shoot for a day or two, fly back again, shoot for a day or two. I mean, look, the reality was I think Alfred had maybe 6-7 minutes of screen time in the last Batman movie. So you can have a big presence in a movie without actually having all that much screen time. So though I'm going to guess they'll probably have him in total probably for about a week of shooting, which would probably be enough. I'll be honest with you, Rob. If you had asked me a week ago, do I think Andy Serkis will be in the new one? I probably would have guessed no. Because it is not a small thing prepping as the director of a film to prep it.
Yeah.
But I loved him in the role. And listen, they would have had to have recast because you have to have an Alfred. Like every iterations of Batman has had an iteration of Alfred that plays some form of counterbalance to that version of Batman. And I thought Andy Serkis's version of Alfred was a perfect counterbalance to the version of Bruce Wayne that we had from Robert Pattinson. So it would have been fine had they recast. It would have been fine. It would have worked, but you absolutely needed to have the character. But it's the best of both worlds if you can keep the character and have Andy Serkis back to play the role. Anyway, Rob, you hear about this news. Are you surprised? Not surprised? Is it a big deal? What do you think?
No, it doesn't surprise me because, well, one, Warner Brothers is releasing both movies, it's Batman 2 and Hunt for a Gollum. And, with a film like this, they have a schedule, and there's things like if he wanted to leave and his editors are working, obviously Peter Jackson's there. I think they could let him go to play the role, and the movie's in good hands. So it's not like, I don't think that it's problematic that he stars. And by the time, I think is Hunt for Gollum's already filming, isn't it? I don't know if it's already filmed. Maybe.
I don't think they're filming yet.
Then, they'll be, by the end of the year, he'll be done shooting and it'll be in post. And, there's so much post-production that I don't think it's going to be an issue for him. I think that they'll make it work.
Yeah, if they can just cram it into his schedule and make it kind of work around him, that should work.
Yeah, because also he can work, when Peter Jackson was scoring the Two Towers, he was in London, and they decided to make the Ents attack on Isengard, which wasn't even in the movie at the time, and they were scoring the film.
Yeah.
And Peter Jackson was able to use early FaceTime and was talking to his effects team every single day while they were scoring, and he wasn't even in New Zealand. So I don't think with our communications technology it's a problem.
I've been a big fan of Serkis for a long time. I remember having a lot of debates around his performance in the second Planet of the Apes movie, where I actually argued quite hard that he should have been I thought he should have been nominated for a Best Supporting Actor, even though he was motion capture.
Incredible.
I thought it was great. So I just want to share this picture with you. So the night I got to meet and hang out with him, I got to have a little bit to eat, have a drink with them, and hang out. Look at the idiot grin on my face.
Yeah.
Can you tell? I'm just like, I was like totally geeking out, hanging out. Like I'm like literally hanging out with him, having a drink. And Ann said, "Can I get a picture of you guys?" And snap the picture for us. But like, I was like,
he's a tremendously nice guy.
Oh my God. I could not believe how absolutely pleasant the guy is.
Yeah.
Like he's just so pleasant and so nice. I've had a chance to talk to him a couple of times, and just I'm always blown away by this. Might be, I think the nicest guy I've ever met in the industry was probably Chris Pratt. But just being the most pleasant person to be around might be Andy Serkis. Like,
yeah,
he was just like such a sweet guy.
When I met him, because we were working on the special features for Lord of the Rings, and I'd met him, and we were at a bar, and I go, "Dude, you are awesome in 24-Hour Party People" as Joy Division's producer. And he was like, "No one remembers I was in that." And we
Remember he made him go drum on the roof?
Yeah.
And then they forgot him on the roof?
That's what we talked about, yeah. And he's great.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Mando. Spring is in the air, and I gotta tell you, I am pumped to get back outside and start using the pool more. But let's be honest, warmer weather also means one thing: sweat. That's why I've been using Mando whole body deodorant, and guys, this stuff is amazing. Now look, I've tried a lot of deodorants over the years, but Mando is different because you can literally use it anywhere. I'm talking pits, chest, feet, even those hard to reach areas. And what surprised me the most is how well it actually works. So for me, what I personally love the most, it doesn't just cover up odor, it actually stops it before it starts. Mando was created by a doctor who saw how normal body odor was being misdiagnosed and mistreated, and they built this to actually solve the problem. It's clinically proven to control odor for up to 72 hours, and I can tell you from using it, it delivers. So here's the deal, guys. Don't just mask it. Mando it. Head to shopmando.com and get 20% off with my code Campea. That's code CAMPEA at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide. Again, go to shopmando.com, use the code Campea, and get 20% off. Support the show and stay fresh out there. Trust me, Mando's got you covered. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Apparently now, at least John Campea's little wishes have come true. Andy Serkis will be returning to the role of Alfred for the Batman 2. There was some question about it due to the fact that he's got a little scheduling conflict with the Lord of the Rings film he's directing, but he will be back. Big deal, not a big deal, whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called The John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.